Okay, Saturday morning, about 11 o'clock. Been up for hours. Took Joe to the forest first thing, then I went out for my walked about an hour, came back, had breakfast, took my recycling to the recycling station there, and tidied up in the kitchen and what have you from last night's dinner, and now I'm out in the garden. Quick show you here. Zoom in a little bit. Yeah, cutting the grass. As you can see, it's been raining so much lately that there are patches that are very, very long, unfortunately, which makes it quite difficult, and it's a bit damp and wet grass, so it clogs up the machine and it chokes it a bit. But grass first on the agenda. I've still got the rest of the hedge to do, which I haven't done. The other thing that we need to do ASAP is this there roof on the what we call Ban Quang Noi, which is the little cabin thing. Unfortunately, that's leaking water like mad. It really needs sorting, and gotta get on with these things. There's only actually 8 more weekends to go after this one, which is already well underway, to get things done. So obviously I counted in weekends because with work I don't get much time in the weekdays. So yeah, I got to get on. Anyway, I've just had a break, drank a glass and a half of water, and now I'm going to get back on it with the mowing, and let's see where we get to.
One eternity later.
Okay, lawn done. It was hard going because it was very long, the grass, and it's a sort of warm and humid day. I mean, it's not hot, but it's warm and it's very humid because of all the rain we've been having for weeks now. So I'm sweating like I don't know what. So I'm going to have a bit of a rest before I take on any more of the jobs that I need to do. But I'm pleased I managed to get that done. Yeah, the sweat is, as I say, it's very humid. It's only 22 degrees, but it's so humid. It's the same in Thailand. I don't mind it being 30, 35 degrees. Not a problem for me. But the minute the rainy season comes and it starts getting humid, I find it so hot. Anyway, I decided I'm hungry now, so I'm on my whole food diet, or my changed diet. I don't eat any ultra processed food, only real food now. So I decided I'm going to go and buy some fish. I'm going to have some fried fish, rice, bit of salad, chili sauce, and yeah, that will be me. But fried fish, I've got a fancy for. And it's not as easy said than done, because I only like sea fish and I don't eat salmon, and that's about the only thing you can find here. Salmon and salted herrings, which I don't like either. But they do usually have some cod and things like that, so I'm going to find something anyway to eat. Right, it's another day and I'm in charge of the dogs again. Going to take them down to their business down here this time. Right, so I'll go down here now. I saw this sign that they put up yesterday. This is an area that was basically just overgrown. They cleared a few weeks back. They're really going full at it now. It's a building site. And I know what they're building now. And it is a large care home with 70 apartments, due to open summer 2025. So yeah, it's all happening. They're filling in with hardcore and what have you at the minute, and it's a hive of activity all of a sudden. Anyway, I'm just walking as usual, morning walk, and tired. I was up late watching football last night again, but City won European Super Cup, so we're happy about that. But yeah, it meant I was later than normal going to bed, so I was a bit late getting up and getting out this morning. Right, it's Monday lunchtime. I'm having a lunchtime walk. The reason being that my morning walk this morning, I only had time for a short walk because I was a bit late getting up and I needed to get some stuff done. So I did have a walk this morning, but only probably half of what I normally do. So I thought I'd come out for a lunchtime walk and I'll combine it with a quick visit to the shop. So that's what I'm doing. I'm on my way in a kind of roundabout long way up to Ika. So I'm just at the railway station now, as you can probably hear. I'm walking under the tracks, under the walkway. So yeah, it's Monday. Jow's in the forest. I'm working. Not a lot happening. Just an everyday day, really. I've just been to the shop. I've been feeling great this week. But it is what it is. One thing that happened today when I woke up, I had an email from Air Asia. I booked all our flights for our holiday in Wales, but I also booked our flight from Bangkok back to Udon Thani, and I think I finally learnt how not to book them a long time in advance, because they always cancel them and change them. They change the times around all the time for the flights, the domestic flights, whatever. And at the minute, they were offering me only a flight. It's the last flight of the day from Dongwon to Udon, which was pretty late. So not getting into 9 o'clock. So I'm just going to leave it now, and I'll wait and I'll book it 2 or 3 weeks. Well, no, probably 4 weeks. Before we need it. So a couple of weeks before we leave Sweden. I could get. It was all hard going with refunds and whatever, but I just got the money credited to my account, so I can use that money again at another time. Air Asia is an airline I do use if I get the chance, and we do have direct flights with Air Asia down to Phuket, so we might use that towards going to Phuket at some point. But anyway, that was all that. Thankfully, it wasn't my flight from Osaka that was cancelled. That's all. Okay. They don't tend to cancel it's the domestic flights between Bangkok and Udon. I've had it a few times, but not just with them, with others as well. They change these schedules all the time, so that's that. Okay, I just back from the post. I've been to collect a couple of parcels, got medication and a couple of things from Amazon. I bought a new battery bank to take on my holidays. It's very big and heavy compared to my old one, but it's twice the capacity. So a Belkin, 20,000 milliamp hours. So hopefully that will be good in Japan, because obviously we'll be out all day and batteries get flat, especially if I'm doing a lot of photoing and filming and what have you with my phone. So that was good. So pleased about that. And I got a parcel from my mum as well. Sent me a new hat, and she sent me I ordered a passport cover, a nice European passport cover, so don't have to have my black Brexit passport when I renew my passport, so that's really good, and I'm pleased about that. Anyway, I'm gonna get on. It's lunchtime almost. I'm working at the minute, but soon time for lunch. Right, now it is lunchtime, and no hat on at the minute. It's not it's not cold today. I'm in the forest, as you can see. I've gone to meet Jow because she's picking mushrooms and she's got loads. So I've come to collect them, and she wants to move to a different forest now. She's picked the bones out of this one, so that's what I'm doing. I'll show you once I've picked them up what we've got, but I have seen them on Messenger, and there's a lot. So yeah, good stuff. I found her. She's right over there. It's a bit dark in here, but there you go. This is the just from this morning. She's not back yet, but she's sent me home with these to put in the cold room. Yeah, so plenty of mushrooms now. So we'll see what the price is like next week, but so far so good. So I mean, that's what comes over in such a wet summer. Suddenly there's a lot of mushrooms. But anyway, I'm going to have a quick stretch my legs, and then well, it is lunchtime, and then back to it for a couple more hours. Right, okay, it's Friday, and what I'm doing here is, or what I've just done actually, is my import application so that I can take my medication to Japan, hopefully, so that I can then take it to Thailand when we've finished our holiday in Japan. Normally I just take my medicine to Thailand, no problem, I never need to do anything. But I get so many warnings, and it's so strict about taking the medication to Japan, and it's not my country and it's not Joe's country, so I feel a little bit like I've got to get this right. Anyway, I've been back and forth. I did send them an email yesterday, and I got a reply this morning, but they didn't actually answer my query, so I'm not entirely confident they'll accept my prescription document, because that's the only document that's not in English, but we will see. I filled all the thing in. It was a bit of a nightmare. It's taken me about 2 hours to do. I've attached my Swedish prescription and copy of my flight confirmation, so hopefully that will be fine. We will see. Anyway, it's Friday afternoon, so the weekend is upon us. I probably won't get an answer back until next week sometime, but I'm just kind of feel a bit relieved that I've done that, and then we'll worry about that when we get an answer to see whether it's something I can do anything about or whether we'll just forget it. But hopefully they'll just accept it, but we shall see. Okay, Saturday morning routine. Just been to chuck on my recycling. It's another crap day, wet, not very exciting at all. I was in the forest, took her a bit earlier on, been shopping just to get some groceries. Now somebody's going to come and collect mushrooms, and then I shall probably just chill out and watch some footy or something. Not much to do really today. Just having a quick walk up to the city, and I thought I'd just show you this. There's a pear tree here that's just, yeah, it's growing on the side of the road. But it is absolutely full of pears. Let me zoom in. So you can see pears galore as the train goes past. Yeah, Mew likes these pears. She's always talking about this tree, and I never knew which one it was, but now I've come past it, I know exactly. Alright, just been in the shop. It's very grey. I don't know whether it's going to chuck it down in a minute. The forecast is for heavy rain later again. But so far so good. So I just thought I'd come out. I've already been shopping once, but I decided I wanted a couple more things I didn't get earlier. So now I'm going to go home and have lunch. Yo, Gadu. Huh? Hussy. Oh. Hussy, I've just met him outside here. He's hunting something. Too busy to come with me. I thought I saw him on the way up. The rain's starting now. I thought it was about to come. Yeah, I saw him on the way up, and he ran off, but he's obviously busy hunting something. Wildlife. Anyway, I'm almost back, but it's raining. Okay, good morning. The tree blown down in the garden, blown down, I think it was an old rotten tree that just basically snapped off. So need to get rid of that later on. But first I'm going out for my morning walk. It's a bit nippy this morning. Just noticed we've got blackberries now on this here blackberry plant. Very nice. I'm actually just getting rid of that tree. There was another one that I pulled down. That's up the top there. I've left that up because there's a lot of fallen branches and trees behind the big trees here. But the one that was down had fallen down the steps. I pulled it down. That lips look really purple in the light on this camera. Let me show you. I pulled that down there. The other one I left up there. It's I needed to put a bit of weight into it to get it down, but it was obviously loose, so a strong wind it would have probably come down. So that's down. This one's down. Just taking it away, out of the way, and then we're done. Not very easy to see, but I'm in our street at the minute. Just on my way out for a walk, and I saw this bird run across the road and run into the garden there, and I thought, it looks like a pheasant. I'm pretty sure it is a pheasant, which is kind of not what you expect in the middle of town, but I'm sorry it's not very still, but I had to zoom in, which means I've got no stabilisation. So there you go, pheasant. You see a lot of wildlife on my videos when I'm here in Sweden. Yeah, I wasn't expecting that. I just leaving the house to go out for my afternoon walk, and I thought, my eyesight isn't very good, and I've got no glasses on. I'm actually going to the opticians next week, and I do have glasses. I have a pair in the car which are distance glasses, I have a pair in the house which are distance glasses, and I do have a pair of reading glasses which I use very little. Sometimes use them on the table. I sometimes put one in the morning when I'm looking at my phone and reading news and whatever. But I've needed to have progressive glasses for a long time, so I'm going to probably get a pair of those and see how I get on with them. I may or I may not have them on all the time, but I feel like I really need to have glasses more and more of the time now. But anyway, talking of glasses, that's why I wasn't really sure if it was a pheasant, but it looked like a pheasant as it ran across the road. I mean, you know, it's not like we have chickens or anything here, you know, so you tend to recognise the shape of birds, but yeah, a pheasant in our street. Anyway, I'm going to do my walk, and soon be time to pick Joe up, so I need to get a move on. Right, see me in my funny hat. I am off to fetch Joe from the forest. Now the reason I've got this hat on was just to show you. I've taken it with me because the mosquito situation here at the minute is absolutely the worst I've ever known it, and that's because it's just rained all summer. I mean, obviously now it's the end of August, and it's still raining pretty much every day at some point, so it's very damp. There's a lot of water lying everywhere, and there are so many mosquitoes, and Jo in the forest was just overrun by them. Now she's got this like balaclava thing on. This hat, I actually bought a couple of them on Lazada. We brought back 2 or 3 years ago, but she don't like them. But she called me now and she said, "Oh, can you come and fetch me and tell me where I should park?" And she said, "Can you come in and help me carry out the buckets of mushrooms?" And when I was talking to her on the video call, you know, you could hardly see her for the mosquitoes, so I thought, right, I better get the old Lazada mosquito hat. Yeah, it goes next to nothing, so might as well give it a try. But I'm going to take it off now while I drive the rest of the way there. Right, well, I'm here, and it is pretty horrendous, the mosquitoes. Actually, I don't know how Jo can be doing in the forest all day. You can see them in the camera. So many. Right, good morning. Out early today. I was up at 5 o'clock, so I come out about 6:15, Have my tea and what be first. I wanted to just talk about my thumbnails on my videos. Now you may have seen a couple of weeks prior to this video coming out a post that I put up on the community tab about me changing back to the original, or the, you know, what's been the original thumbnail design kind of thing recently. Basically I tried a new design, and the reason for that is I've used Adobe Spark, which changed its name to Adobe Express a while ago. I've used it for a long time. In fact, my end titles, my end, you know, outro is made in Adobe Spark, and it actually still says made in Adobe Spark because it was called Adobe Spark. Adobe Express it became, so I had my templates and everything there, and it was very easy to use. And early August, I think it was, they suddenly came out with new Adobe Express. A lot of things are suddenly cost extra. The whole interface is absolutely, mosquitoes, you may have seen me yesterday, the mosquitoes, terrible. Yeah, the new interface is absolutely awful, and generally it's a mess. So I started using Canva, and I've had to kind of try to replicate the old type of thumbnail. So they're not exactly the same, but they're more like they were. The new design that I did in Canva seemed to go down like sink like a stone. So I changed that back to something more recognisable with the country outlines. And anyway, that's the reason why I wouldn't have changed it had it not been for Adobe making a right mess of the thing that I was using. And looking on forums and stuff, people are not best pleased, so I'm not the only one who thinks that. Anyway, that was that. Just thought I'd let you know.